I don't like beer, blue-collar workers, or frat boys. And that seems to be exactly who we target. I think it's time for a change.
The world's largest brewer lost more than $1 billion in sales because of the Bud Light boycott. Revenue in North America plunged $1.4 billion last April following a sponsored Instagram post with Dylan Mulvaney.
The woman behind this campaign went to fucking Harvard. Harvard. She became living proof that there is a difference between academic intellect and real-world intelligence. Now, the history books will say she made a mistake by not understanding Bud Light's core demographic and alienated them. And this is true. But I believe the bigger issue was even simpler. She simply didn't understand her product. The vice president of Bud Light thought she sold beer. And she was wrong. Bud Light drinkers don't like beer. That's why they drink Bud Light. Beer tastes like shit. And long before she got there, Bud Light was already losing ground to seltzers. Fewer calories, more refreshing, easier to drink. I will fight anybody who says beer tastes better than a watermelon high noon. Instead of recognizing this reality, the strategy went in a completely different direction. Because the product was so misunderstood. You see, Bud Light was never about malted barley, water, and hops. The real product was the moments around it. Happy hour with coworkers, heading to the lake or the beach with friends, catching a game with the fellas on a Sunday. It was liquid courage, striking up the conversation with a complete stranger, being the life of the party for once, if only for a few hours, forgetting the world for just a little while, sitting on the porch, sharing your first beer with your dad. It was creating memories. And if she had understood these moments were the real product, she and her team might still have their jobs today. Rather, they became the face of one of the biggest business blunders of all time. Now, don't feel bad for her. She'll be fine. She went to Harvard. And the world always finds a place for intelligent, talented people. So here's the lesson for those of us that don't have an Ivy League education to fall back on. If you want to succeed in business, you have to understand your core product. Whatever you think it is, go deeper. I worked in the hospitality industry for 30 plus years. And our product was never hotel rooms, restaurant bars, lounges, pools, nightclubs, blackjack tables if you're in Vegas. Our real product was fun. And like wine, there are many different varietals of fun. Your fun might look completely different than my fun, even if we were standing in the same space. Me doing cannonballs at the pool with the kids, while you are relaxing poolside, reading a book, finally getting a break from your own kids. Same place, different versions of fun. So whatever your business you are in, you must ask yourself, what am I really selling? Because Bud Light wasn't really selling beer. They were selling moments. Moments people love so much they were willing to pay Bud Light to help them create it. They were willing to pay for it the next day in the form of a headache, a little regret, and questions like, where's my wallet? Where's my car? Who the fuck is this next to me? And this same principle applies if you're a leader of people. You have to go deeper. Why do your people show up for work? Who are they showing up for? What is the real reason they are here? I will talk about this in another video, but if you think the answer is money, you haven't gone deep enough. And if you can figure this out, one day you might just be at happy hour celebrating your recent promotion out of middle management. Probably sipping on a high noon because beer tastes like shit. I'm Bob, trying to help you not to become a Harvard graduate.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.